Hey everybody, Scott here for the Helix channel. It's Thursday, and today I have taken a request. Uh, Someone posted a message on YouTube, I believe, asking, how do you fix thinned out solos? How do you fatten up a guitar sound? I'll show you what I do. Shall we? Okay, the question was how to, fatten up solos, fatten up the tone. So things that I like to do, places where I start first, and since I use IRs for everything, I start with the high cut. Reducing the high cut brings down the spiky highs, and I'm not a big fan of using extra EQs. I like to use the amp EQs, amp models EQs, and the distortion pedal EQs. So for this one, another thing I do is I always pretty much pull the presence down anytime I'm doing any kind of solo. Sometimes for rhythm stuff, not on this particular song though. No dice on that one, but on a lot of songs I'll have some presence pop up and then the ripple as well. So on solos, oftentimes I'll pull the ripple down to 0. I'll almost always pull the presence down to 0. If you look over here at the tone on the overdrive, the compulsive drive, it's very low as well. And here's the basic sound. And I'm using my Jimmy Vaughan Strat, the JB Junior humbucker in the bridge there. Now, the other things I do, here's another thing. The high and low cuts on the reverbs, I rarely bring my high cut above, say, 3.0 kilohertz, usually right around 2.0. And it just keeps the reverb from being too hissy. And a hissy guitar is a bit of a, annoying guitar in my opinion. But, sometimes it's good, sometimes you don't want it. So for me, reducing, top end wherever I can get a chance, high cuts in the IRs, high cuts on delays, high cuts on reverbs, pulling off presence on, an amp like the Who-Watt, I pull off the treble and the presence. And on the lead of this one, what else? Anything else happened? The ripple's gone. So, it's that particular amp model just sounds better with the presence and the treble on 0 to me. That's just me. So, here's what this thing sounds like. It's pretty fat, for a Strat. It's not gonna, sound like my Les Paul, obviously, or the, the Variax, the JTV 59. That's another thing to consider. The guitar woods, the neck woods, having a maple necked Strat, it's a pretty bright instrument just by virtue of what it is. So being able to get this sound, is pretty cool. So those are the main things that I do. I adjust high cuts. I don't add a ton of bottom end to them. I find that muddies things up. So my bass is relatively low. That might be a little bit low for your taste, but for me, that's where things sound best. So there you go. Just a little tip from Uncle Scott. There you go, everybody. That's what I do to thicken sounds. Make them a little bit fatter. The guitar really is the first line. This guitar, way fatter than this guitar. And a billion times fatter than this Strat. It's just, the physics of it. It's a big fat chunk of mahogany with a maple cap on it. This is a piece of alder. It's just different. So you've got to take that into account. And if you try to go too far with a guitar like this, trying to make it sound a little bit too fat, it's just going to sound a little bit unnatural. Conversely, if you try to thin out one of these, same thing's going to happen. Although you'll have better luck thinning out this than you will fattening that. Just saying. That's just been my experience. I would like to thank Dan, Helix channel viewer, for this fun t-shirt that he sent me. Rock on, Dan. And I will be back tomorrow with a Free Set Friday. I'm not sure what I'll do, but I'll do something. So, come on back. Stay tuned. All that shit. Subscribe, like, share. Go to my preset. Go to my website, thehelixchannel.com. Buy some presets. You think you're so goddamn cool. No. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. And until then, rock on.